I'm going to try to move that.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Marketing with Colleen. And I have a super amazing guest here today. I am with Jennifer Johnston, who is the owner of True Fashionistas.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Jennifer just opened up her second store this year. What's your second location called?
It's True Fashionistas Home. So it's for consignment furniture, home accessories, everything for the home.
Awesome. And that is located where?
It's actually in the same plaza and it's a few stores down, and we're in sunny and balmy Naples, Florida. It's so hot here.
It's really hot here, and so it's got to be really, really hot there. But I did live in Florida for a while. I loved it down there. So,
It's warm. It feels like 100 today. And we can't wait for fall. Really, we can't wait for winter because fall means nothing here. It just means hurricanes.
I know, right? That's so funny. All right, so Jennifer is like just on my favorite people's list. I just love and adore her. She's an amazing entrepreneur, and Jennifer is the kind of person that sort of marches to the beat of her own drum. She does things, differently than a lot of other people do it, and I think that's really one thing that's so fantastic and has attributed to her success. She has 2 brick and mortar stores now. She has an amazing website that's completely shoppable. In addition, she has an eBay store, which has like 16,000 pieces on it. I think I checked the other day. 16,000 pieces. So that's kind of her clearance rack. As she moves it out, she actually has a whole nother eBay processing location. And she has True Fashionistas, True TV. Resale TV is what it's called, actually. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about your background, and then talk to us about resale TV.
Sure. So my background was, believe it or not, it was the bridal industry, wedding and event planning and bridal shop and all of that. But before I did any of that, I was on Shop NBC, and it's a home shopping channel. I was on there for about 10 years. So that was always my background, and I've always loved TV. That was what I wanted to do. That was my deal. That was my jam, as I like to say. And so starting resale TV kind of made sense because nobody was really we were doing Facebook Lives and that kind of thing, but nobody really had a dedicated website along with a broadcast at the same time. So we decided to make it. And now we opened our store in 2009. And our 2011, we've been around for almost 9 years. And in 2017, in August of 2017, we came up with this concept and we launched it. And it started out way different than what it is now. It started out just using an iPhone, and we were broadcasting like everyone else does, but we weren't using the resale TV website component. And it was working, but then September 10th of 2017, Hurricane Irma hit. And devastated our whole area. So we were off air for a good 2 to 3 months. I don't even remember when we went back on. Everything was kind of a blur. So then we went back on, and it gradually turned into what it is now, where we have a dedicated studio in our e-commerce center, where it's just resale TV and it's just product dedicated to that. And it's a whole system with the Mevo camera and live stream that we use. Live stream is used by a lot of different people. It's used by sports broadcasters to do sports broadcasts, like big time, like NBC stuff. But they have a treatment, they call it, for smaller people like us. And that's what we were using. So, and it fit in line with what I used to do. So it felt comfortable.
Awesome. Preferred that over just the whole go live camera thing? Like this, like you said, this was more your jam. Is it because you think it was what you're used to, like your comfort zone?
For me, the one thing that I did not like about doing Facebook Lives is that typically there were extra steps involved, and I didn't want to have as many touch points, meaning you have to they put their email address in to Facebook, and then you have to invoice them and wait to get and do all of that. Like, there's got to be a simpler solution. There's got to be an easier way to do that. And easy doesn't always mean less money. Easier means more money. So, well, it costs more money to do it. It was easier, and then people weren't having to put their email addresses in on Facebook and feel like they were, giving their email address to the world and that kind of thing. So that's
So tell us how it works. Or tell us like customers get an email that say, hey, we're going live. There's a resale TV button on your website, but walk us through, like, tell us really how does it work? How does it work from the customer end, and how does it work from your end, doing all that?
So from the customer end, we have resale TV on our website, our regular store website that you can click on it. We use our app that you guys created, and we love our app. We use that daily, and we send out push notifications on that saying, hey, watch resale TV. It's live in 10 minutes, whatever the case may be. We send out typically a notification the night before as well. You can watch resale TV from our app as well. And then literally when we go live, the best way to watch us is to go to resaletv.com. When you go there, the video will pop up and we'll be live. You can keep watching us as you're shopping. So you'll go to the shop tab and you can be like, oh, I really love what she's showing me, and you'll just click it and add it to your cart. And I mean, that's essentially how it works. How you see us now, where one of us is in a smaller screen and one of us is in a bigger screen, that's how you will see when you're shopping. The video will be in your lower left, and the product that you're looking at will be right in front of you. And you can just keep adding things to your cart as you're watching the show. The nice thing about how we did it as well is it archived the videos, and off to the right side, if you go into resaletv.com, you'll see that it archives all of our shows. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the show live, you can go back and watch it via, the playback. We also stream live to Facebook. Now, it would have been nice, and how we wanted it to be was live streaming to Facebook, live streaming to YouTube, as well as resaletv.com, but it doesn't allow you. It only allows you to do Facebook and or YouTube. So that's how it looks on the customer's end. The customer goes in and purchases using a coupon code that I give them at the top of the show. And I'll explain a little bit about that later in a little bit. Not always, the way to be. But so you go in and you shop, and that's it. And then we ship the items to you, or you pick up in our store. On our end, what we do, it takes a lot more than just, oh, I'm going to throw a product up and here we have a show. We have to go in and photograph the products so that the photos get on our website, they get on our back end, and then we have to click in our software to put them on the website. So we have that step. First, let me go back. First, I have to actually curate the shows. I don't just say, oh, here's a bunch of stuff. I typically theme my shows like, okay, it's all not so basic black today. And I try to come up with creative things. Today is OTD, outfit of the day. Whatever it is, I try to come up with themes. And then I do my shows like that, and then we photograph them. And then when it comes time to do the show, that's how we put the graphics up there with the pricing and all of that. And the nice thing is we can also pre-record shows. Actually, we just finished a show that I had pre-recorded because it's a lot of time taken up. There's a lot of time to do it the way that we do it. It takes me a lot of time. So to circumvent that, we would do a bunch of these at a time and then just go live.
Talk about that in a second. I just want to say good morning. So we have lots of watchers this morning. Tracy and Dana and Jennifer, good morning. And hi, Jody and
good
Sonia.
Morning, everyone.
Nancy, Brooke Larson, and that is everyone I can see, but it looks like there's definitely more people watching. So This is, again, Jennifer Johnston. She owns True Fashionistas. She's got 2 store locations down in beautiful, balmy Naples, Florida.
It is very nice here year round. We love it.
And the second store she just opened a couple months ago, it is True Fashionistas Home.
Home.
Home. And Jennifer is definitely a trendsetter. She's very cutting edge, does a lot of things differently than most people do. And so today she is talking to us about her version of doing online selling. So she actually created Resale TV. She produces it exactly like a live TV show and uses the same software that's used by a lot of big companies, and you said sporting teams, sporting events. So, okay, if you guys have any questions, like type them, and I will ask Jen while we're talking. So definitely feel free to type up any questions. Okay, so Jennifer, you said this takes like a lot of time to put on, so you pre-record your shows. First of all, I want to say, if you haven't seen her show, it's pretty cool. She actually will like put on the screen when she's showing an item, she puts on the screen the name of the item and the size, and I can't remember if the price is on there or not.
The price is on there. We do it just like you would if you were watching a home shopping channel. Exactly the same way.
Super, super, super cool, super high end, which is your target market, which we'll talk about in a second. But tell us about how much time, tell us about production costs, and tell us about the amount of time that goes into doing what you do.
So to do one show, it probably takes an hour to hour and a half to really curate everything, get it all photographed, get it all ready to go. Really from a beginning to end, I would say an hour and a half to do one show, and that's recording it, that's pulling the products, that's photographing it, that's all touch points. So it takes time to do it. And we'll talk about the target customer here in a second, but it takes more time than I ever thought it did when we broke it down and really looked at it.
Okay, great. And cost, you don't have to share the exact cost, but the costs are obviously more substantial because you've got professional equipment and professional software that you're using, correct?
Right. So, and we're re-looking at other ways that we're able to do this. We bought the camera, so we love our camera. We actually got it to finally work. It's those things, it's like computers. We love to hate them, but we could never do anything without them. And we finally figured out the secret sauce to this camera and to make it work. But we were using live streaming services, which were crazy expensive. So you've got the cost of your camera, you've got the cost of the streaming service, you've got the cost of a separate website that you have to maintain. You have the cost of, for us, it's a separate store within our POS software, because that's how we have to make it all connect and all work. So it's definitely, there's a lot more cost involved in it than doing a regular live video. But we wanted to see how it went, and thought that this was a great idea. And it is a great idea. There's just some tweaking that needs to be done to it.
Okay, so let's look at this. Jennifer and I had planned this show like a couple weeks ago, I think. And and then she called me on Friday and said, we're making some adjustments, and do you still want to do the show? And so we had a long conversation, and I said, I think we should still do the show, because this is real. This is real life. Like, this is, you do something and it works, and then you go, okay, we got to take a step back and we got to tweak this. And that's what's so great about you, Jennifer, is you're constantly looking at your target market. And I think that really is a big part of this, is your target market, and who you want to appeal to. And through some changes you made, You were no longer reaching that target market. You were reaching another market, and you said, okay, wait a minute. We got to pull the plug here,
Uh-huh.
go quiet for a little while, and then relaunch to get our market back. So that was kind of a big mystery sandwich, but go ahead and tell us, tell
Yes.
everyone, tell about
Sure.
that.
So, back when we launched, like I said, the hurricane happened and we were doing full price shows at that point. And it was going well. We were selling stuff. It was going great. The hurricane happened and we went silent for months. And then we came back. And then we're like, oh my gosh, to get these people back, I think we need to start doing discount shows, right? That's number one. There's so many things that I've tried in business, like many of you have tried. And you know what? With that, I feel the only failure in life is to not actually try something. Okay? If I didn't try it, I'm a failure, right? If I tried it and it didn't work, it's a learning experience. That's how I look at it. And so with this, I'm like, okay, well, we'll start doing discount shows. So we did that, and we've been doing that ever since. So we've come to realize that that's not our target market. Our target market is designer. That's what our customers want. Yes, we were selling designer, but it was at a deep discount, and there was just something, it just didn't feel right. And that's why we're kind of taking a step back. We feel that we've attracted a customer that's not our typical store customer. And so we're taking a step back and we're reevaluating and kind of going silent for just a little bit and reinventing the way that we do it so that we can come back fresh and come back, I guess, to our audience that we wanted to reach, if that makes sense. Our intended target audience from the beginning.
Awesome. I think that makes perfect sense because you know exactly who your target market is for your whole entire vision, your whole business, and you got away from that. Like you started,
Right.
You started going down the sale route, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like in your regular store. And when we first started to get our foothold, we had some sales here and there more often than I would like. And then we've totally gotten away from that. And now we only do sales 3 times a year. People come to expect when they're going to be. When you do them too often, they come in and they're like, oh, well, you just had a sale. Can I get this for this? And you condition your customer to think that there's always going to be a sale. And that's what we did. That's what the path that we took. And now we're having to come back from. And you live and you learn. And, with the new show, it won't be that way. We're not going to do the heavy discounts that we were doing, that we did before. So it's all in. It's just like when a customer brings you something repeatedly, like, oh God, my gosh, we don't take that brand. We don't take that brand. If you don't tell that customer and condition that customer and get that customer, teach that customer, they're going to keep bringing you the same brand over and over. So you just have to learn from it and move on and go, okay, well, I learned from that. That was a learning experience. Let's tweak it a little bit. Let's do something different. It doesn't mean that that's not going to work. It just means you need to maybe step back, a fresh set of eyes. How can I tweak this to make it even better?
So great advice. So, did your last show for right now air this morning, or is your last?
No, it's going to, I believe it's airing the 27th of August.
Okay, the 27th of August. So where can people go today? Give them the website. Where can people go today to see one of the recordings of your shows?
So they can go to resaletv.com and it will be off to the right-hand side in a video, the top video that's there. And because we also stream to Facebook, you can also see it on Facebook. So either place.
Awesome. And if you have the Fashionistas app, you can watch it through the app, because I know that I have watched it through the app many a time. So, which is great. I mean, there's a lot of options for people to be able to see it. And the emails that come out, they're just sent out to your regular database? Because I know I get those emails that say, hey, we're going live.
Yes. So we do regular emails and then we do the Facebook post and then we also do the push notification on our app. Those are the three tools that we use. Say, hey, everybody, we're going live. And then obviously when we go live, you'll get a notification on your phone that we've gone live through Facebook.
Awesome. And it really looks live because I didn't know that you pre-recorded your shows,
That's our secret.
Which makes sense though, because sometimes you'll tune in to the morning marketing show, and I'm like in my head going, like I'm like, oh hey Jennifer, hi, and then like immediately in my head I'm like, doing a live show right now. How is she on this show? Like, we've got a live show going on right now. Wow.
I'm multitasking.
Massively multitasking. Like, that's wicked cool.
And we do that because it took up so much time that, you know what, and I change outfits so no one would have a clue. And I had to. It was just, there's so much time that goes into it that when I'm in studio, I mean, we just do it. Now, when we did Shop Mmwc, it was always live, obviously. But in this case, it's not. But it appears as though it is because it pushes through as live.
Yeah, it totally comes through exactly. I thought you were live every single time. So
the secret's out.
It'll be our secret, just right here. Don't tell anyone. All right. Does anyone have any questions for Jennifer? Anything? Type them now. Type fast. Jennifer, do you have anything? Any other last comments or thoughts or anything?
Let me see. I don't. I think, like I touched on earlier about trying stuff. That's always been my philosophy, that the only regrets I ever have are the things that I never tried. And that was kind of going into this, why we tried this and why we tried so many other things that we do or we don't do anymore, just because it's like, you know, we got to try it. We have to see how that works. It could just be the thing that everybody loves. So you just have to branch yourself out, go out on a limb and do something different. You can't always fit in the mold as just everybody else. Otherwise, you know, you need to be individual, authentic.
That is amazing. So thank you for that. I have a journal that a friend gave me, and it's like, it's kind of like the no excuse journal, because you can only write like one tiny little thing per day, and it's like a 5-year journal, so you have no excuse. It's like everyone can write like one thing a day, right? So I am gonna write down that little quote from you that's gonna go in my little journal, because it was so amazing. Like, yes, I'm gonna write your name in it, so when I look back on it, I'll be like, oh yeah, Jennifer said that. So that is amazing advice. We have one little question. Jody, will you do shows for the home goods store?
Possibly, yes. And no, we're still tweaking the whole being the ship furniture. But we will certainly do live shows probably from the home store, because it's not something that we can take the furniture to the studio. It'd be a little bit hard. So we would probably do a live from the furniture store, but it would be for local customers, or we'd have smalls in it so that we could ship them.
Awesome. So we would actually look forward to launch in a couple months.
You cut out. I couldn't hear you.
I said, so we have that to look forward to when you relaunch in a couple months. I'm excited for that.
Absolutely. You never know what's up my very short sleeve.
Okay, awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. And Jennifer, thank you for
having me.
It was super awesome. Everyone have an amazing week, and go try something new this week. Like, make that your homework. And
absolutely.
Try something new that you never tried before, and see how it works. So, Jennifer, thank you again. Have an awesome week.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.